Hello, parents. As most of you should know by now, your child completed the iReady Diagnostic 1. That is the beginning of the year iReady assessment. And in Class Dojo, you should have received from me the report showing the results of that assessment. The report looks something like this, what you see on the screen. And I just wanted to talk about this today and a process that you can use with a resource I will send you to help your child, as the home teacher, make progress in the areas of need that they have throughout the school year. So, when you look at your child's diagnostic report, you'll see this blue bar that is here in the middle of the screen. And you will also see a green section that represents the grade level proficiency range for your child's grade level. And where the blue bar is in relation to that green region will show their relative proficiency in their grade level standards. So, this particular child that we are looking at the report for is barely proficient for the fourth grade because their blue bar goes right up to the edge of the green section. Now, iReady also has designated two levels of growth for this student. A typical level of growth at 489 scale score and a stretch level of growth at a 499 scale score. So that means that this child whose current scale score after the first assessment is at 466 is expected to reach a scale score of 489 by the end of the school year if the child just basically uses the program in a regular way. So they'll make a little bit more than 20-point growth as expected by the end of the year. Now, the stretch growth, 499, is set by iReady as a level that the child can reach with a little extra effort. And that would put them squarely in the middle of fourth grade level proficiency by the end of the year if they reach that level. Now, to reach that level, I suggest consistent use of the program and completing and passing about 2 to 3 lessons per week. Okay, so I always tell the students it's more than just about being on the program and getting minutes, but you want to focus on completing lessons and passing those lessons. So some students, will just jump into a program or into a lesson and then decide, oh, I don't want to do this one anymore. And then they don't finish and they just move to a different lesson. And then maybe they do that too with that lesson. With that second lesson that they go to, they don't finish it either. And that's a poor use of their time. They should stay with a lesson until they can finish it. And then, of course, also strive to pass the lesson. Doing this on a consistent basis for 2 to 3 lessons per week will help you make scale score growth. Okay, so the other thing to look at in the report is this quantile range. Okay, and there's a specific reason why I want you to look at that, because the resource I'm going to show you next uses this quantile range. Okay, and over here on the side, you have the 4 domains of math and the level that your child is currently listed at in the program based on their performance on the diagnostic number one. Okay, and then of course there are other important information that you can find in this report if you go to the other pages. I'm not going to scroll down on this screen because it'll show the student's name for this report. But your child's report has several pages, and on those pages you can see what your child can do, as well as which concepts they should focus on for improvement. And it's important to take note of those things as well when we move into this resource that I'm about to show you. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go to that resource now. So remember, the quantile range here is 610Q to 710Q. We're going to look at this first number, 610Q. So here is the resource that I'm talking about. It's a website, so you can take a screenshot now or write it down. I'll also send it to you, but the website is hub.lexile.com/math@home. Okay. So when you first enter that website, you'll see a page like this. For your state, please select California. And then for the grade, just select your child's grade. For this one, I'll just select grade 4 because the student report that I was looking at earlier was a 4th grade one. And then in the quantile measure field, I'll put 610, and then that letter Q also, right? That's important to have that Q there. The other option is just to pick easy, just right, or difficult. If you have an idea about that, where your child seems to be at grade level math. Okay, when they're presented with grade level math, is it easy for them? Is it just right? Or is it difficult for them? You can select one of those three. Or like I said, enter the quantile measure. It might be recommended to put the quantile measure. Okay. So after you put that quantile measure into the field, you can hit search. And then it will actually bring up a lot of tools that you can access to help your child learn math. And it's customized for students within that quantile measure level. You can also do some filtering here. So you can select one of these options: videos, lesson plans, games, worksheets, quizzes, etc. And then when you do that, it will adjust the list down here to show only what you picked. Okay, so I'll show you that in a moment, but right now you can see that the list has all the different kinds of tools. Okay, this one's a worksheet, this is a lesson plan, this is a game. And if you use the filter, like I'll hit videos, then it will only show the video type of tool down here. All right. So the other thing that you can do is actually type in a keyword. So let's just say that you were looking at the report for iReady and notice that your child needs help with fractions. So you can type that in and then do a search. And then it will actually generate tools that are more targeting fractions. Okay. So this is a really nice tool and one that I recommend you develop some kind of process at home for, so that your child isn't just randomly doing math, but strategically learning math in a way that targets the areas that they need to improve. Okay, that they need to spend more time in. So again, use your iReady report and this website, hub.lexile.com, to help your child with math at home. Thank you so much, home teachers, for your strong effort at home in supporting your child so that they can continue to grow in math throughout the year.